Yes, over the past several years, we've had numerous complaints from bus drivers and also from concerned citizens about people running the red lights on the school buses. And one of the frustrating things is that often they are unable to get the necessary information so that we can identify the culprit. But with the new bus patrol camera systems that we are installing on all of our buses, we will have high definition video evidence of anyone that would run the red lights on the buses.
Why is this such a necessity, especially when you're talking with school buses and kids on these school buses?
Yeah, the danger zone around a school bus is really that area around a school bus and when we're loading and unloading buses. And we wanted to take a proactive approach. We are the first school district in Western Pennsylvania to add these bus patrol camera systems on all of our buses. And it's just an additional safety measure to keep our kids safe.
Do you want to describe what these cameras look like on the bus? Where are they? How many are there on each bus?
Yes. We are having 10 cameras installed on all of our buses. There's 4 internal cameras and there's 6 external cameras. There's cameras looking forward on the bus. There's cameras on the side which can get the license plate. There's cameras on both sides of the bus and there's also a rear-facing camera. So we will have a complete 360-degree view of our buses.
How much does something like this cost per bus to install?
The cost to the district is $0, and it's also $0 to the local taxpayer. The person who pays for these cameras are actually the violators who run the red lights on the school buses.
And I know we talked a few weeks ago, and you said this installation process was starting. I know you said, I was like, oh, can I come tomorrow and see? And you were like, no way, this takes so long. Describe the process of how long this takes to install and where you guys are at in that process.
Currently, my last update, we have 29 buses that are fully equipped with all 10 cameras. We are on pace to be done by January 26th. That's about 3 weeks to install all 80 plus buses with complete camera systems.
Have you heard any reaction from bus drivers or the community from this, or are they not aware yet of this program that's coming out?
The bus drivers are very excited. They have struggled to try to get license plate numbers in the past when these things have happened. So they are excited that we're going to have something in place to help with the enforcement of running the red lights. They're also excited about the internal cameras to help with any discipline issues that we may have on the bus or behavioral issues inside with students on the bus.
But this is something you guys entered into this contract, I want to say almost a year and a half ago, last September. What's it like to now see the end point in sight here?
Yes, it is very exciting to have the cameras coming onto the buses and to be going live. It has been a long process. This system is new in Pennsylvania, so it has taken some time to get everything through legislation. But we are excited to be at the forefront of this safety initiative.
And how did you get started with them? I mean, how did you find out about Bus Patrol, and what was that process like going through just getting connected with Bus Patrol?
Yeah, I had a salesman reach out to me, Matt Anderson from Bus Patrol, and he told me that he would provide free cameras for my buses. And it took a while for me to process exactly how everything was going to work, but once I realized that this is going to be a very good thing for our community, for our kids, and the fact that it was free was an exciting proposition.
You mentioned getting reports from bus drivers and parents and stuff. On average, about how many of those reports do you get a month?
It varies by season, but I may get 10 to 12 calls a month with concerned citizens or bus drivers who said that people have run the reds on their buses.
Has there any been fatal accidents where a child was crossing and almost got hit or did get hit?
So In our district, we have not had an incident or a fatality due to a student, but it has happened in neighboring districts. So we want to take a proactive approach here and try to get something in place before something bad would happen.
This might not be a question you could answer, maybe you could answer it later, but what does a fine look like for someone that runs a stoplight on a bus?
It will be a $300 fine.
And if, say, they are a second-time offender, third-time offender, could that possibly result in jail time?
That's going to be a better question, sorry.
No, that's what I was assuming. Maybe the logistics were better answered for you. That's kind of the extent of my questions. Does anyone else?
You could, they do have data on the recidivism rate.
Oh, yes.
Unless they cite for the actual section.
Another thing that we're really excited about this program is 98% of the people that get a ticket do not have a second offense. So this is a system that does change driver behavior. Bus Patrol is operating in several other states. It's new to Pennsylvania, but it is operating, and they have statistics that this does change driver behavior.
I know the exciting part is the outside cameras, but you also said the inside cameras the bus drivers are pretty excited about too. Kids can be menaces on the bus. Talk about how the bus drivers are excited for that and how you hope to kind of reduce misbehavior, I guess I could say.
Yes. So the kids are going to know that we have cameras on the bus. There is a sign posted that they are going to be under video and audio surveillance. And from watching a little footage already, the kids are pointing out the cameras as they get on the bus. So we do hope that it is going to improve student behavior. And we are excited to have the video evidence if there are issues on the bus.
Does Warren have issues with unruly kids? Is that a big problem?
We do have incidents on our bus. Video surveillance has already caught one student vaping on the bus, which is not allowed, and we are handling it.
And that's just, you handle that internally and just suspend, whatever that means, suspension or...
I don't handle that part.
Right.
Principal at the school does, but I have provided the video evidence to our principal of a student vaping on the bus.
Okay. And who looks at this video? Is it someone that if there's an incident, you go back and you check the time and date kind of thing?
I will be the one viewing the incident. Our principals will also have access to the video footage.
Awesome.
Is that stored, the video footage, is it stored like internally on the camera on the bus, or is there like a monitor that it comes back that you have access to, or how does that work?
I can download the footage two different ways. This may be a better question for Bus Patrol, but I will try to answer it the best I can. Let me try again. There are two different ways that the Warren County School District can download the Bus Patrol video footage. There are SD cards that we can download the footage onto on the buses. And there's also air cards on the buses so that we can request the video footage and it will come to us.
That was my last question. Does anyone else have a question?
I know there's a split to help out local law enforcement who have to enforce these issues and make sure they get some funding out of that. Can you explain a little bit of that process, how that works?
Yeah. We're very excited to be in partnership with local law enforcement and Bus Patrol with this new initiative. The camera will capture the violation, and that violation will be sent to the appropriate law enforcement agency that has jurisdiction over that area. They will review the video footage, and that is how the citations will be issued.